Hi everyone, welcome to my art tutorials and in art creations. Today I'm going to show you how to make this underwater scenery. Uh, it's a very simple tutorial and let's see how do we create it. I have an acrylic paper. Uh, it's a page from acrylic pad, and I'm very sorry. I was thinking that I'm recording the background, but it didn't record. So I'll just show you what I have done so far. I just took white color and cerulean blue color and light blue color, and I used my brush in circular motions, and I created upside down C, keeping the darkest color at the bottom of the project, and then I added light blue color on top of that, and on the very top I have white acrylic color, and that's how I created this background. When I was trying to record it, I just thought it's getting recorded, but it did not. I'm really sorry, but I'll try to capture creating underwater background in some other tutorial for you guys. I really promise that. So at this moment I'm really going over doing another layer of my dark blue, that which is cerulean blue color. And once the background is slightly dried, it doesn't have to be completely dry, I'm going to take the light blue color and a very fine brush, and I'm going to make these vertical lines coming from top, just to show how the rays are traveling under the water. And I try to keep my hand very light and make these strokes in one shot. I'm not going to stop in between, just let it flow. Just make a strike and leave it, make a strike and leave it like that, and you can make as many rays as you want. How much you feel like, depends on your project size also. I will also add a bit of white, and then I will go and make some more rays. Now as you can see, I can still see the starting of the edges. So what I'm thinking, I'll take some white and cover that, because it's going to be really bright on top, and I should not be able to see that from the very beginning, because that is the brightest part. So adding some white to show the brightness of the sun at the very top and how the rays are traveling under the water. You can also use a fan brush, which is what I'm using for the rays, and I'm going to start making the fish. Now I'm going to make the fish with the white color. So I'm just covering the space where my first fish is going to be, and when you are making this project, you can choose where you want to place the fish. But one thing I'll tell you, in any composition or painting, it looks attractive when you remember the rule of thirds. And what is the rule of third is when you divide the paper into 3 equal parts vertically or horizontally, and your focus comes in the middle of that. So maybe in another video I will show you what is the rule of third, and that is why I'm placing my first fish, which will be come approximately around on my second. So 1 2, if I divide it into 3 rectangles vertical, it will be in the second one. So I'll actually have to show you what I'm talking about. I don't want to confuse you anymore, but yeah, just just a note that there is something called rule of thirds, uh, and I really promise I will make a video for that. But that's what I'm keeping in mind and placing the fishes. So when your eyes move around this project, the flow is really smooth. They should not wonder, what it's leading to. It should be a smooth flow when somebody is looking at your painting. So here I'm placing my second fish. Just taking the plain white acrylic and filling it in. Now I'm going to make my third one. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger to show that it is closer to us. Yeah. I'm not trying to give it a finished look at the moment. It's just just filling up that spot where that fish is going to be. There's just blocking that area. This is when you don't need to think about finishing your painting or finishing what you're drawing. You just have to have a place, so it's called blocking stage. Looking at these fish and this beautiful water, I'm wondering when will I get to go to a beach and play there. In this last 9 to 10 months, we have not really been outside our house, haven't seen much of beaches, not been able to travel. um, Mostly I'm confined to my house. I wish this ends soon. Okay, so now I have taken a beautiful baby pink color and I'm trying to draw the corals, and nothing in particular. I'm just making like a weed kind of shape. Brush is not it's kind of a dry brush. Yeah, and the the shapes are every time it's different. There's nothing, no similarity. These are corals. They grow in any shape, any form, how they want. Some are longer, some are shorter. So don't worry, just go with the flow. Just make sure that when you're coming to the center, they will get smaller, and when you are going towards the edges, they will be longer. I have not added any color to my baby pink. It's just right out of the tube color. But if I want to add some highlights to it, I will definitely add white color. So after I finish drawing the corals, I'm going to do the highlights. For doing the highlights, I'm going to add a little bit of white onto my brush and go at random spaces, like wherever I think I need to make it a little bit brighter. So as you can see how easy it is to show the corals, how beautiful scenery it is, right? Have you ever done scuba diving? I have not. I do want to do it, but I'm a little bit scared too. Do let me know if you want to do scuba diving and you are scared too. Then you are like me. Okay, at this point I'm adding the white highlights because some of the light is getting underneath the water and it's kind of reflecting those corals, although they don't have very shiny material, but you still they can still reflect the light. Now I'm going to make circles with white color. These are the bubbles, you know, the fishes are blowing bubbles. I'm going to make at least 3 bubbles that each fish is blowing, but I'm going to make even, you know, extra bubbles here and there anywhere that I think I should. So you can choose random places. Some bubbles could be big, some could be small. So now that I have created the bubbles, I am thinking to add some highlights because highlights and lowlights, you know, are the effects that, you know, make your painting look better. Okay, at this point I changed my mind and I'm adding details to my fish by using just plain black color, and I'm using a thin brush and carefully adding the details into the fish around both the fins. I want to be careful around the, you know, the fins. I want to make a thinner lines when it is going towards outside, and when it is in on the body, it could be fat, but when it's going towards the fin, it's going to be a little fat inside the body. So the same way I am going to add the black stripes in all the fishes. As you can see, I am trying to be very careful around the fins because they are very delicate and they have to be thin. So make sure that you are using the point of the brush when you are going towards the fins or the edges of the fish. After I have done adding all the black stripes in all the fishes, I am going to take bright yellow color. Any shade of yellow will work. The darkest yellow will be the best choice here, and I am going to start filling my fish number 1 with that yellow. So where I have blocked it with the white color, I am going to start filling the yellow color on top of that. And you might be thinking that why have not done yellow directly and why did I block it with the white color. Because I wanted to give it multiple layers, and it by doing that it will show a volume, like how the fish has some volume in it. So by adding layers to the fishes, that's what I am trying to show. Same way you are going to fill the yellow color in your second fish and your fish number 3, and just be careful around the edges. The edges has to be thin. And finally we are going to add the most prettiest part of the fish, which is its eye. After adding a small circular dot for the eyes for all the fishes, I'm just going to add their mouth by making a very fine line, and there it is. Our painting is done. I hope you enjoy watching me creating this painting, and you also try to create this painting.